If you really want to piss me off, tell me that you're too stupid to do something. Go ahead, do it. I dare you. No, don't. I'm only kidding. Don't say that. But it does drive me crazy. It's a thing that when I hear from my friends, from my colleagues, from anybody who I care about, that they're too stupid to deal with this. And we say it a lot. If you stop and you listen to what people say, especially when they're talking about new technology, about a new way of doing things, about different aspects of social networking, they typically take the burden upon themselves. They say, I'm too stupid for that, I don't understand it. We say that a lot. And I think that that is a hugely negative thing to do. And it's also a lie. Let's face it, it is a lie. You are not too stupid to do something. If you say, I had somebody the other day, a friend of mine, very capable woman, say, I'm too stupid to deal with this Gmail stuff. Really? You're 57 years old, you've raised a family, you've had a career, you have paid off your mortgage, you've built a business, and you're too stupid to use Gmail. I don't buy it. I do buy that there is something about Gmail that bothers you. I do buy that there's something about social networking and the growth and the changes that we're experiencing in the online space that bothers you. But I don't buy that you're too stupid to do it. You can do it. If you choose to do it, you can do it. So it makes me take a step back and say, why do we say that? What makes us feel better about ourselves, or what about the situation causes people, especially in our generation, to claim that they are incapable to understand these new technologies, these new social networks? What is it about us that makes us make that claim and the reason that we want to disengage? And I imagine most people do it for some reason to make themselves feel a little bit better. And I wonder, I guess there's a couple of possibilities that leap to mind. One of them is kind of a negative thought, and I hope this isn't it, but maybe it's a passive-aggressive move. Maybe it's the fact they don't appreciate the change that's being thrust upon them. They're maybe afraid of it, but they're passively aggressive, saying that they're too dumb, saying, I'm just too stupid to do that. Just kind of like a passive-aggressive form. I don't suspect that's often the case, but it could be. What I suspect is often the case is that we don't necessarily appreciate the change, and that we're maybe a little bit intimidated by changing technology, and there's a learning curve that we aren't necessarily willing to undertake. Consequently, we feel a little bit guilty of the fact that we aren't doing it, perhaps, but we also feel a little bit angry and frustrated with the fact that we're being forced to make all of these changes, and we resent that. The resentment might well be a part of it. And then there's also a bit of insecurity, and that's the fact that we don't understand it, that we haven't mastered it, brings back, maybe it harkens back some memories from our childhood and from high school years where we didn't necessarily understand the rules. Remember the first day you walked into high school, how insecure you were, and those insecurities? And we haven't had those feelings as adults in decades. Yet to have the shadows of those kind of come back unbidden to us, maybe makes us a little bit angry, a little bit frustrated. So consequently, we lash out at the technology. And rather than saying that the technology is stupid, which is probably really what's going on in our brain, that we don't think that it's necessarily adding to the value of the world around us, instead we say, I'm just too stupid to do that. And then it takes off the responsibility. You don't have to learn. You don't have to change. You don't have to take on the burden of understanding this and engaging in this world if you choose to disengage from it by claiming an inability. Of course, that might be convenient, but it's also irresponsible. I think it's irresponsible. I think, first of all, words mean things. And if you say it often enough, you'll start to believe it, and it will become your reality. And even if it doesn't become your reality, what happens if somebody around you believes you? What happens if somebody who you should have influence over or you have a responsibility for starts to believe you? What if your kids or your grandkids or your coworkers start to believe you? Steve's too stupid to do this stuff. Well, then exactly how much authority do I have leading my business if I claim to be too stupid to understand how to use Gmail or understand how Twitter works or understand why Snapchat is popular and then not popular? What if I claim that I'm too stupid? how do I maintain my authority? How do I continue to discharge my duties? Oh, yeah. If you wanna really get me boiled up, tell me you're too stupid. I know you're not. What are your thoughts? Have you said that? Have you heard it? How do you react? If it comes out of your mouth, do you think about it? Is it something that you even think about? Or is it a defensive mechanism that protects you? Do you kind of hold it as a buffer against the changes in the world around you? But now that I've opened the conversation, think about it and tell me what you really think. And how do you react when somebody else does it? First of all, what's your reaction to them? Does it diminish your opinion of your friends who claim to be too stupid to handle changes in technology, A, and B, do you believe them? And C, I'll add a C, can you call them out? Can you do what I do? I love calling people out. I get mad at, well, sort of mad. I get faux mad. But I tell them, under no uncertain terms, there is no way you are too stupid. Stop saying that. Maybe you don't want to. Go ahead and say, I don't want to do this. But you are not too stupid. That's it. I'd love to hear your comments. So comment below. Until next time. I love reading your comments and suggestions, so please post below. I do read every single one. If you like this video, please give it a like and share it with your friends or colleagues who may find it useful. Now make sure you've subscribed and hit that notification bell. And if you have time, check out some of our other videos right over there. Till next time, I'm Steve Dotto. Have fun storming a castle.